Listen, we want to talk about metaverse. Metaverse deals with the virtual reality space in which users can interact with a computer generated environment with other users. And from there, I'm going to let Barbara begin to take over and talk about some of the information that she's found about metaverse. And then we're going to take it even a little bit further. And at the end, we're going to talk about the different stocks, cryptocurrencies, and things that you can get into in the metaverse, and how this money is flowing into the marketplace. Barbara, you ready there?
Sure. Yep. So the main thing that I want, looking at these slides, and thank you so much, Victor, for having me on doing this. I think that metaverse is going to be revolutionary. The things that are happening. One of the main points that I want to express is that the metaverse is just like a real life video game. We're going to be in it. We're going to be a part of it. We're going to be immersed in it. And if you go back up to the first slide, it says that VR headsets, glasses, some of the glasses that the Ray-Bans, you know how the Ray-Ban glasses, they have metaverse in them. If you also Google Microsoft, they have a Mesh, M-E-S-H, and that's going to have some also input in metaverse as well. But it's huge. It's going to be huge. Anytime, like, for example, if you're buying something off of Amazon and you say, for example, you're buying something that's going to go in your house, you'll be able to pull that image onto wherever you're going to, like if you want to put something on your table, a base on your table, you'll be able to look at it on your table. And I mean, it's just really just immersing ourselves into a video game of life. And that's, life is just going to be transitioned into more of a virtual reality type world.
You know, I mean, our company is probably investing the most in virtual and augmented reality of anyone else in the world. So, yeah, I mean, I would hope that 10 years from now or 5 years from now, you know, people have a relatively sleek pair of goggles that they can put on and basically transport into your studio where you are. And instead of just holding up the phone in front of you like you just did, they could grab it, that you can hand it to them, and they can play with it and kind of experience that themselves. Or maybe the lighter weight version of that would be augmented reality, which, you know, I think you're still gonna have to go into some kind of different mode to want to put on sunglasses or goggles and have that fully immersive virtual experience for virtual reality. But I think augmented reality, once that hits and you have a normal pair of glasses that, good looking kind of normal glasses, not anything that's super thick or anything like that, and that can last all day long but can project holograms into the world, then you'll be able to do a version of your show where your hologram can just show up on my couch right here, and you can hand me the phone, and I can kind of take the phone as a hologram and play with it like that. I mean, one kind of trippy thing that I think about that's further out is once we have really good, mature AR glasses, we won't even necessarily need other kinds of screens anymore, right? Things like TVs, it's tablets, all these things could just be digital holograms, and could be apps that, some kid halfway across the world in some other place makes, and you'll be able to get completely kind of new designs for things like TVs in kind of different kinds of shapes that are not like the regular thing that Samsung can make in their factory. And I think that there's just going to be a crazy amount of creativity that gets unlocked and a lot of innovation when a lot of stuff that physically today has to be produced in a factory, which obviously most people don't have access to doing that, can just get turned into an app that can be a hologram that you can give to someone. I think that that's going to be wild. So I'm really excited about it, and that's why we're just so focused on this, and we have thousands of people working on this at Facebook, because I just do think that this is going to be the next major computing platform, even if it takes several years to get there.
He has already committed some $20 billion to developing this virtual reality. But guess what? He is not the only one. This thing is so powerful that Facebook has literally changed their name to Meta. And this is, it's just not, it's unheard of for a company to change its name. It's moving its whole structure. I want to tell you one of the reasons why. There is about 3 billion people that are connected to Facebook, either at one point or another. And that's why that video you just seen by Mark Zuckerberg is so powerful.
This is TNTMoneyMonday.com. It's new and exciting, and we're discussing the hot stocks and stock options that are trading on the New York Stock Exchange each week. TNT's Money Monday.
Think and Trade LLC makes no investment recommendations and does not provide financial, tax, or legal advice. Content and tools are provided for educational and informational purposes only. Any stock options or future symbols displayed are for illustrative purposes only and are not intended to portray a recommendation to buy or sell a particular security. Products and services intended for U.S. customers and may not be available or offered in other jurisdictions. Online trading has inherent risk, system response, and access times that may vary due to market conditions, system performance, volume, and other factors. Options and futures involve risk and are not suitable for all investors. Please read characteristics and risks of standardized options and risk disclosure statements for futures and options prior to trading. An investor should